Now let's begin the tutorial on how to fill out the claim form for Crsc benefits.
To obtain claim forms, you can download them from our website, www.hrc.army.mil/tagd/CRSC in the Download section.
The first thing on the claim form is the Privacy Act statement. This information includes authority, principal purpose, routine uses, and disclosure. Next is the General Instructions section. Please complete this form carefully and accurately. To submit a valid claim, you must complete the entire form and sign it in Section 6, bottom of page 3. Unsigned claim forms will not be processed. Complete and submit this form, pages 1 through 3 only, to apply for combat-related special compensation. Please print, type, or use a computer and provide the best information available. If you do not know the answer, enter "don't know" or DK. Do not leave any item blank. You must identify the disabilities that you are claiming. It is your responsibility to provide supporting documents from personal or government records, so make sure you supply all documentation necessary to verify this claim. Sign and date your claim. Enclose with your claim a clean, legible copy of any supporting documents listed on page 3. Mail your claim to the address listed below for the uniformed service from which you retired.
Note: if sending to the Army, our address has changed. The new address is Department of the Army, U.S. Army Human Resources Command. Attention, AHRC-PDR-C, Department 420, 1600 Spearhead Division Avenue, Fort Knox, Kentucky, 40122.
On page 1, you will begin with Section 1 of the Crsc claim form. Section 1 is personal information. Number 1 is for your name, last name first, then first name and middle initial. Number 2 is your Social Security number. Number 3 is retired rank rate. Number 4 is your date of birth. This should be the full year you were born, followed by the month and day. Number 5 is the phone number we can contact you at. Please include the area code. Number 6 is your email address. Number 7 is the mailing address. 7A is the street address. Please include the apartment number or P.O. box number. 7B is the city you live in. 7C is the state you reside in. And 7D is for the zip code. Next on page 1, you will come to Section 2, the preliminary requirements that we previously went over at the beginning of this briefing. Mark an X in the appropriate box for each question. A, B, and C are for qualification before January 1st, 2008. Question A, were you entitled to retired pay for regular service having completed at least 20 years of service prior to January 1st, 2008? Question B, were you entitled to retired pay for reserve service having completed at least 20 years of combined active and reserve service and having reached age 60 prior to January 1st, 2008? Question C, were you entitled to retired pay for reserve service under the Reserve TERRA program having completed at least 15 but less than 20 years of combined active and reserve service and having reached age 60 prior to January 1st, 2008? Please note, you must provide proof of the retirement authority by attaching a copy of your retirement orders and/or a copy of your 15-year letter. Evidence must clearly state that you are a reservist and you retired under Section 12731A of Title 10 United States Code. Now you will come to Question D. This is for qualification on or after January 1st, 2008. Are you currently entitled to military retired pay for any reason other than early reserve retirement for physical disabilities not incurred in line of duty? For example, other than Section 12731B of Title 10 United States Code.
Now, if you answered no to all questions A through D above, you are unfortunately not eligible for Crsc. If you have any questions regarding your eligibility, please get more information from our website at www.hrc.army.mil/tagd/CRSC.
Or call us at 1-800-237-1336. Next is Section 3, Service History. You must provide copies of evidence needed to verify this information. For example, DD-214s, awards, evaluations, etc. Question 9. From which service did you retire? Provide a copy of your retirement orders or retirement DD-214. To expedite this claim, it is important that you mail your claim to the service you retired from. Question 10. Did you serve in any of the following wars or combat operations? Put an X next to all that apply. Provide a copy of a DD-214 award citation or any other evidence that verifies any combat service. Question 11. Were you ever a prisoner of war? If yes, indicate where, when, and how long. Provide any official evidence available. Note, to ensure the review of all of your requested disabilities, limit one disability for each page. You are authorized to make additional copies of this page for any additional disabilities. You may list any secondary conditions that are connected to a disability on the bottom of the sheet that it has been connected to. In order to award any disability as secondary, we must have a copy of the evidence from VA or from your medical records which clearly states that the condition is the result of the primary condition you are requesting. Good evidence could include a VA rating decision that clearly states, for example, hypertension is secondary to diabetes. It is your responsibility to supply any evidence necessary to verify this disability is combat-related. Section 4, Request for Combat Relatedness Determination. 12, VA file number, if known. 13, Disability Description. 13A, Title of Disability as written on the VA rating decision. 13B, Body part affected, for example, right knee. 13C, VA Disability Code, if known. 13D, Date awarded by VA, year, month, and day. 13E, Initial rating percent by the VA. 13F, Current rating percent by the VA. 13G, Combat-related code. Mark X the code that best describes what caused the disability. These options are Purple Heart, Armed Conflict, Hazardous Service, Simulating War, Instrument of War, Agent Orange, Radiation, Gulf War, or Mustard Gas. See Appendix A at the end of the form for code descriptions. 13H, Unit of Assignment when injured. 13I, Location or area of assignment when injured. 13J, in your own words, describe the events surrounding the disability and how it meets the guidelines of combat-related. 13K, did you receive a Purple Heart for this injury? If yes, attach documentation to verify that you are awarded a Purple Heart and any evidence that proves what occurred or what body part was injured. Note, proof of being awarded a Purple Heart does not always allow us to award a disability as Purple Heart. We need to know what the Purple Heart was awarded for. For example, send the medevac report and DD-214. 13L, did VA ever document that this condition caused secondary disabilities? If yes, you must provide evidence from VA or your medical records which state that the conditions listed in item 13M below are indeed caused by the primary condition listed above. We cannot award any condition as secondary without evidence to support the claim. Attach the VA rating decision for all secondary conditions. Note, if yes, list all secondary conditions in item 13M below. 13M, VA determined that the following conditions are secondary conditions to the primary disability listed in item 13A above. 1. Disability code. 2. Description. 3. Percentage awarded by VA. 4. Date awarded, year, month, and day. The next page is Section 5, Required Documentation. 14. In order to process your claim, the following records, if applicable, must be submitted with this claim. Do not send any original documents, copies only. A. All DD-214s and DD-215s, especially if for retirement or showing combat ribbons. B. Retirement orders and supporting documents. C. Reserve retirement point computation, including any 15-year or 20-year letter, if applicable. D. Copies of all VA rating decisions, letters, and code sheets, current and prior. Do not remove any pages. All VA documents discussing changes in benefits, including special monthly compensation and/or individual unemployability. E. Medical records or notes that verify how the injury or disability occurred. Do not send EKGs, lab slips, CDs, diskettes, or other electronic media. F. Physical evaluation board results and/or summaries. G. Any evidence which can be used to verify the events or circumstances. Section 6. Certification and waiver of concurrent retirement and disability payments. 15. Complete this section to enable the Defense Finance and Accounting Service or the applicable pay center for non-DoD retirees to make any CRSC payments you qualify to receive. Read and understand statements A through D, then sign or have your power of attorney sign Block E and date Block F. The last page of the claim form is Appendix A, the combat-related codes that were previously mentioned in Section 4, Question G. Please refer to these if you have any questions about how to best describe your disability. You have now completed your claim for combat-related special compensation. If you have any questions about any parts of this claim form, please call CRSC at 1-866-281-3254.